So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister. Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
It was Rio waiting patiently in his fishing boat.
That Emily sure asks a lot of questions.
Reset, man. This whole Emily business just isn't funny.
Look, we're obviously at cross purposes here. I'm talking about Emily Ketch.
Yeah, and so am I. She was my friend. Her aunts hated it, but we did move together, you know. She used to be real keen at hide and seek. It could take hours to find her. One time, the last time, it took days. She must have shouted and screamed herself hoarse, but there was nobody to hear her.
Where'd she hidden herself?
Captain Ketch's old sea chest. The only way to open it was from the outside.
Suddenly, I didn't feel so good. We never exchanged another word about Emily Ketch.
The cliff stopped me getting off the beach. The cliff was steep, too steep to climb without handholds. And I couldn't find any. The outcrop was about the only feature on the cliff face. It was too high. I couldn't get up there. Rio's boat was strewn with fishing nets and tackle.
Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, man, no problem. You planning on catching some fish?
Nope. I'm after a big rock.
I was quite happy where I was, relatively speaking.
It was Rio's fishing net. Well, here I go. Wish me luck, Rio.
Good luck, George. Watch out for the walking dead.
I stumbled down dark stairwells for what seemed like forever, until suddenly I found myself, wow, in an abandoned London Underground station. This place must have been closed down decades ago. A pile of old railway sleepers was blocking the platform. I'd probably break my neck if I climbed over the sleepers, or worse, the heel. It was an old ticket machine. A sign read, "Tickets 3D." The machine looked like it had sold its last ticket a long time ago. It was a poster advertising holidays in Scotland. It might have been a nice souvenir if it hadn't been torn and dirty. It was an old chocolate vending machine. The machine needed to be fed a coin before it would operate. It was a cup which caught rejected coins. The cup was empty. A flap covered the tray into which the machine dispensed chocolate bars. The tray was empty. 1D only was embossed below the coin slot. Something protruded slightly from the slot. The slot was much too thin for my fingers. It was a hair clip. I pushed the hair clip into the slot and whatever was stuck there disappeared into the machine. There was a copper coin in the cup. I pulled out an old English penny. An ancient bar of chocolate dropped into the tray at the bottom of the machine. And as a special bonus, the penny dropped through to the reject bucket. I pulled out an old English penny. I took the ancient bar of chocolate. It was a very old bar of chocolate with a row of boys pictured on the wrapper. One bar of antique chocolate was more than enough for me. The ghost obviously didn't want to talk. Perhaps it was shy. It was the tunnel the train had come out of. It was too dangerous to start walking along the tracks. I remembered what always happened to Wile E. Coyote when he did that. The train signal light still worked. A warning sign saying high voltage convinced me to leave the lights alone. The poster was advertising a play I'd never heard of. The date on the poster was before I was born. LBS. Lubs? What are lubs? The machine wasn't about to aim me for nothing. I put the old penny into the slot, the needle twitched rustily, and the machine spat out a card. It was an old map of the London Underground. It looked just like the modern one. A latch lock stopped me getting into the cupboard. The blade of the dagger just fitted between the door and the soft wood frame. The door gave slightly and then held firm. A small crack had appeared where the dagger had pried the door from its frame. Through the crack, I could just make out the latch which stopped the door from opening. My fingers were too big to reach into the tiny crack. The weight was in imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage. I remembered my student days when I regularly forgot my house keys. A wiggle with the thick cord between the frame and the lock, and the latch lifted. It was a big, red, ever so tempting button. The train was my ride out of it. I could worry about not having a ticket when I got to the docks.